You want to use this one workflow sequence after your prospects come from your ads or from your organic channel or from your cold acquisition, whatever it is. You want to set up this workflow in high level. I'll give you guys the full breakdown right now. So I use this workflow for months. It's a very simple workflow and I'll get into it very quickly here, but I'm gonna tell you guys the benefits of this workflow. This allows prospects to not leak through the funnel. I know how it feels to actually have a prospect submit a form, submit a lead form, opt into VSL, watch a free training or something like that, and they just immediately go. So this works in a B2B, obviously this works for B2B space as well, B2C space, as well as agency, coaches, consultants. All of the clients I have signed basically in those different niches, this works for because I've seen it proven. So I'm not just talking out of my ass, I'm just showing you guys stuff that I've personally done and speaking from my own experience. So with that being said, you guys, the trigger here is obviously form submitted. Now I've had multiple forms submitted over the course of these past few months using this workflow, whether it was an ad creative call as a lead magnet, whether it was an audit lead magnet, or it was a lead magnet call, which literally I constructed a personalized lead magnet for my prospects offers over the phone. So I've tested out a bunch of these different, lead magnets and things like that, or it was a landing page form to free training or something like that. The first thing I do is obviously set up an internal notification on my iPhone for high level. Now the reason why I do this is simply because I just want to be notified whenever I get a lead. That way I can call up within 2 minutes. It's in best practice to call up your leads within 2 minutes. That way they obviously do not get colder. You want to just double tap them. So in other words, call them twice in about 2 to 5 minutes. Depends on if you obviously are sending them to a free training, you want to give them time to watch the free training and not just bombard them. And in that case, I wait a few hours. But if it's literally just a direct response ad where they've submitted a lead form and they've actually shown interest in your product or service, they really want to get started, go ahead and call them up. It's in your best interest too. Number 2 is create opportunity. This is obviously in high level. You guys can literally just click the plus button and just click, create opportunity, and it'll pop up right here. A lot of you guys are already familiar with this. If you don't use high level and you have some other CRM that's kind of like high level, then this will definitely work as well. The key points here that I want to drive home are essentially just the follow-ups. So with that being said, the creating opportunity is obviously just, I have an opportunity that I create in the pipeline, and then it just goes straight to the opportunity section. It says it needs an initial call. So I make sure to actually call the prospects when they come in. It's just kind of a visual thing. Number 2, obviously, the first SMS for some reason doesn't send on high level. So this one never actually sends, but the second one is always successful. So I say, hey, what's up? Contact name. This is Patrick from SMMA. Saw you opted in for that free training. So I thought I'd shoot you over a call. What's got you interested in scaling your agency? Now, here's what we have to do. But I see a lot of business owners, a lot of my clients as well. We actually had a group call yesterday with SMMA where I help agencies add $20,000 in monthly recurring revenue to their business in 60 days with blasting them off with paid ads and landing pages and stuff like that. We had a group call yesterday, and one of my clients, Sean, he was actually telling me, he was saying, look, I don't know exactly what is pushy with the follow-up, and I don't know exactly what is the best line to say. And I said, look, we want to make sure that we're leading with value. He was making the mistake of literally just asking to book in a call. When's a good time to call? When can I call you? And so it's a lot of just me. And what I've really realized over these past, few years or whatever is simply that prospects don't really want to hop on a call with you. They really just want their problem fixed. So if you can position it in a way as you are giving them so much value to get them past the point where they believe that hopping on a call is going to actually benefit them, that's pretty much how you're going to win in this game. So instead of framing it as, hey, when are you free to hop on a call? You should be asking more why questions. What's got you interested in scaling your agency? Where are you at right now currently? Or here's a case study where, Francesco was in your position in his agency, and then he installed this framework, or he started dialing in appointment setting in this regard, or he used LinkedIn in this specific way to start outreaching to prospects, and then he got desired result. And so you can too, if you follow exactly what he says and you join on the program. So that's kind of a different kind of backdoor way to do it. The very conventional approach in this niche, in the online space, is to just ask, and bombard. Literally just bombard as many prospects as you can to book in on a call. That's the very conventional approach, and honestly, I don't like it. Now, is it more effective? It could be more effective, but your lead quality is probably going to drop if that's what you're really focused on. And so for them, after the first SMS, we'll wait probably about a minute, and then the email gets sent. So this is the auto email, obviously. If they opt in for the free training, which is what this funnel is, I believe, it is simply just delivering the free training, because you never know if the prospect got a phone call from somebody else. They clicked off the page. They saw, their mom texted them, or they got a notification from TikTok. Like, you never know. So you always want to send that email actually delivering the thing that they opted in for 3 minutes ago. And so obviously I say, hey, it's Patrick from createmr.com. Thanks for opting into one of our mini lead magnets. If you're looking to sign our clients for your agency or beauty business, here's what you should do. Finish watching the video. It's linked right here. Schedule a free consult call with us after watching the video. Embedded link is on the video. It's a quick Zoom call and see if any of the methods work in your business. Ready to get started? Finish watching the video and schedule your call. Look out for more in your inbox. Patrick, CMR, createmr.com. So very simple, just delivering it, putting it out there. Hey, if you want to book in a call, here's that. Now, this is totally fine to want to book in a call on an email. That's totally cool. I'm talking about pressuring your prospects on the phone. A lot of business owners make the mistake of sounding super, super, super needy. And the email, we're being super clear with our intentions. But if you call them and you sound very desperate and salesy to want to hop on a call with them, it just kind of rubs the prospect the wrong way, and they'll probably likely just end up leaving or ghosting you. So after we send out that email, I would typically wait about a day, just one day, send another email, and I say, hey, it's Patrick's automated chatbot. Did you happen to get my last email? You might find it a bit helpful. And so we just kind of want to keep this touch point just kind of going. And so from here, I would say call up your leads every single day. Now, don't just ask to hop on a call. I would honestly just say, hey, XYZ, noticed you opted in for the free training yesterday. Shot you over a few emails. Did you happen to get them? And they'll typically be like, oh, no, they landed in my spam or something like that. And you're like, oh, okay, no worries. What were your key takeaways about the free training? I'm just curious. That way I can just kind of make the product a little bit better. And they'll kind of start talking to you about, I watched like 2 minutes of it. I didn't watch it fully. Okay, sick. Well, what did you take away so far? And then you kind of get the conversation rolling with them, and they say, oh, I liked how, XYZ happened, or I like how you showed me this new thing about the appointment setting process I wasn't aware of. And then from there, you can kind of drill into more pain. If you really want an appointment set, you can. So they're saying, yeah, you really helped me, open my eyes towards, not sounding too salesy in the appointment setting side of things. You say, okay, sick. Yeah. I mean, is appointment setting something you're currently kind of like working to get better at, or are you totally good at it? And then they kind of start talking about like, oh, like I'm struggling with qualified calls. And then you guys know how to appointment set from there. So with that being said, any one of these little SMSs or text messages, don't underestimate them, because these follow-ups, even this one, 12 hours after this email, it's going to help out, because especially if you're selling to a richer demographic, what I've learned from one of my mentors is that rich people, they don't really care about the money so much. They just are way more focused on if you're going to waste their time or not. They don't want to talk to you for 10 minutes on the phone if something can be answered via email, and they'd much rather make a decision at a very quick and efficient speed than the rest of the marketplace, just because they have the capital and they're risk takers. Rich people take risks. So with that being said, this is the second email that we send about 12 hours after this initial SMS, or the second SMS message, excuse me. I don't even know if this pipeline is even working anymore. I think it's or active. It definitely works, but I think it's active, but I don't think I'm running my ads here. I think I'm running my ads to a booking call page. But this worked very well when I was running the free training. So if you're running direct response or free training or anything, you could just copy and paste this, because this honestly works really well. However, from a lot of you guys want the kind of nitty gritty stuff as far as GHL goes. So this is the second email that I send. Obviously, I just talk a little bit more about how to actually create MRR. I just say, if you ever see Patrick Thomas in your inbox, always open it. Then I kind of just have a little in-depth breakdown, what is MRR, blah, blah, blah. Then we should go into some of the copy. You just want to answer, I would say the second email, you want to answer the biggest misconception about your niche or product. So if there's something huge in the space that you want to address with your product or with your service, address it in the second email. So as these emails are being sent out, notice what's happening. You're breaking their beliefs. You're breaking their beliefs, and you're building new beliefs. And you're kind of having them bridge that epiphany bridge, or have the epiphany bridge. You're helping them construct it. Those of you guys that have watched or heard of Russell Brunson, he is an amazing entrepreneur. He's a, $8-9 figure guy, whatever it is. He built and scaled ClickFunnels, multi-million dollars. What he does is he writes a lot of books now that he has all of the authority. And Expert Secrets and .com Secrets are two of his biggest books, and Traffic Secrets as well. And he talks about how the more you can get your prospects to construct the epiphany bridge themselves and come to the conclusion that, oh my gosh, this is the product that I need, through questions, through education, through free training, the closer you get them to the sale. And obviously, bridging the epiphany bridge is typically done on autopilot through these emails. So that's why it's extremely important to keep a hold of your copy and understand that in this second email, we're trying to break beliefs here. Because your prospects entering the pipeline saying, I don't really think a booking call funnel is for me, or I don't really think I should be running paid ads. Why can't I just continue with organic? So it's really important that we break down like what you need to figure out. You know, if you're under X amount every single month, it's because your value prop or offer creation needs to be tweaked. You need multiple traffic mechanisms. You can't just rely on cold outreach. You need one recession-proof lead magnet. You need lead nurture infrastructures. And then you need to know how to fire yourself from the business. And so with that being said, I just kind of talk a little bit more about how, we would possibly book on a call with them. And then I say I'll be sending another email shortly. And that's kind of how this email goes. So the second email, just make it educational, even off the bat. You just want to sound as educational as possible. You just want to be informative, and you just kind of want to be that unbiased informer who kind of points them in the right direction of your program. That way you don't sound salesy. That way you don't sound pushy. Then we'll wait 12 hours. There was another SMS. Hey, Patrick here. Did you happen to get my last email? Kind of rolls like that. Super simple. Wait about a day. And this is the third email. Now, this is where the pipeline ends in this case. Now, when I was running this funnel, I actually tested out different lengths of the pipeline, which I had up to, I think, 9 or 10 different emails and SMSs. And honestly, what I figured out is that it didn't help out with the nurture. Now, the reason why I think the longer the pipeline, the worse it gets, at least in my niche, is just because the contact seems to be like every single point of contact is more inauthentic, and it just kind of seems like I'm trying to push them down this like loop. I don't really know how to explain it, but I saw drastic decrease in opening rates the longer my pipeline was. So in other words, the more emails I sent, the less I saw people actually open them. And that's a huge red flag. Now, this is something that I figured out about 4 weeks after. One of my clients who actually signed on the 5th email or so told me when he joined on the program that your emails land in spam. So the entire time leading up to that point of signing that client, all of my emails landed in spam. And so I kind of questioned myself. I wondered why my open rates were really bad. If you look at my first email, I'll show you guys the statistics. Yeah, 2% open these. I'm not going to show you. I can't show you. Oops. But it actually was terrible. And I remember seeing this throughout. 0% opened. So it was at this point where I knew I messed up, obviously. And so that's why I incorporated everybody into a Beehive daily newsletter where I keep them updated. And I say, obviously 17th of September, 18th of September. And yeah. So with that being said, I think I did reset the statistics a few months ago, but the opening rate, I think, hovered around 10 to 20%. I think it was something like that. I'm not quite sure why they say 0. I know that's not true because I do remember them actually being obviously more than 0. But this pipeline has been reset. I have reset this pipeline, but this is exactly what I'll copy and paste. If you're running direct response, like if you're running something that you need to nurture your prospects on, then I would highly recommend you switch to daily newsletter. But this pipeline is great for automation, and actually the SMS is all sent. That's where actually most of the prospects responded to. So this funnel is great for free training. I have seen success in it, but the reason why it was tripping me up and the reason why I had very low open rates and the reason why I think I struggled with this pipeline specifically was just because, I didn't set up the email integrations in GHL as I should have. But nonetheless, I know this does really well. I actually signed 2 clients, I think over the course of a few weeks, 2 high ticket clients, literally from just the email. And it was actually this email that the prospect slid up on. And then he asked for the program, what it would look like to work together. And then I pretty much closed him via email. So don't think that this pipeline doesn't work. I promise you it works. I would be using this if I was running a free training right now. But right now I'm just running a booking call funnel. I'm testing out different things. So this third one is a very off the wall email. What I do right here is I just say the pendulum theory. All I'm doing here is just educating them on different stuff. I'm talking about reality transurfing. This was, obviously one of the earlier emails in a large multitude of emails that passed after it. So I just kind of wanted to educate. I just kind of want to be a little bit of a nerd with this email. I'm not really for sure why I chose this exact subject, but I thought it was cool, and I signed a client with it literally on email. Since then, we've been signing clients via email like crazy. We just signed Shrey last week, or about, I would say 4 or 5 days ago, through email. So please do not underestimate this, because I mean, I'll show you guys the email logs in another video, but I'm closing deals over email like I've never done before. I've always actually taken the sales calls, but when you build up your brand on YouTube and you have way too many videos for people to watch, people just get sick of clicking through the videos. They just want to join on the program. And so they just get sick of it. They just get sick of you, and they just want to sign up on your newsletter and pay you. So with that being said, this is just very educational. I talk about pendulum, talk about energy. I kind of talk a little bit about how, I can help you. I show you guys the Trello board of, what we do every single day in CMRR to get you that $20,000 plus, using paid ads, funnels, done for you systems. We have copywriters, ads managers on board, media buyers on board, things like that. So we're a full kind of build business, build growth infrastructure business, agency, whatever you want to call it. With that being said, this is the email sequence that actually allowed me to really start broadening my mind towards closing deals. And the reason why I'm telling you guys this is not because I'm bragging about my open rates, because obviously they're really bad, right? I forgot to connect the lead connector to GHL, but I'm telling you guys this because you are probably underestimating the power of a good email sequence. Now, if you're running a booking call funnel, I would have a daily newsletter that I would do as well on Beehive, which I showed you guys in the last video. You guys can go check that out as well, or 2 videos ago. But here's the thing. This funnel opened my eyes towards closing deals on email. And when I closed my first deal through email, I never want to go back to sales calls. It's kind of funny how I'm running a booking call funnel right now, but running the email newsletter has opened my eyes towards, like, you can literally sign high ticket clients by just sending them an email and then sending them a payment link, and then they pay it. And so I've never had anything like that. And that actually brought me closer to my hopes and dreams of having those automated funnels where people, buy our high ticket products. That takes so much trust. And I'm honestly super, super, super excited about this pipeline. I'll probably get it revamped and up and running in a week or something like that. But this is crazy because this literally opened my eyes, and it can open your eyes too to prospects that literally respond to your email and say, hey, like, I have one objection. Like, this is what Shrey said. He said, I have a few objections, but I'm ready to go. And I said, cool, what are your objections? And then I sent another email handling his objections. And then at the very end, I said, okay, cool if I send over the payment link. And he said, yeah, go for it. So with that being said, this pipeline is the sole reason why I'm doing the daily newsletter. It's the sole reason why my eyes were actually open to closing deals over email. I didn't even think that was possible. Like, I didn't even think that I could send somebody an email and they'd send me a lot of money. That was actually crazy to me. So use this pipeline. I promise you it works. It's worked for me tremendously. It's opened my eyes to a lot more possibilities. And it's actually helped out my business overall. This is the pipeline that I actually show some of my clients in the program. Other pipelines are a little bit more complicated that we actually build out for you. That being said, if you actually want to scale past $20,000, or you want to add $20,000, a new MRR, in the next 60 days, guarantee you with CMRR, click the second link down below. I'm going to personally help you out. It's our one-to-one program, group calls, everything like that will help you scale with paid ads and systems. If you want to join the revenue, it's our free newsletter. It's the first link down below. I'll show you exactly how to do all of that for free by giving you guys actionable steps, actionable game every single day. With that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.